Welcome to another episode of Media Strikes Back. On tonight's show, we're going to go visit the Australian Burlesque show. Leigh, who is a vintage shoe designer, as well as Comic-Con. But already on the show, we have Shaz and JD joining me.
How you going?
So tell me.
So you probably both know that Comic-Con is one of the world's biggest comic book lover functions, and it's actually coming to Melbourne this month. It's actually been at Melbourne this month. And I was actually really surprised to see how much of a cult following Melbourne has to this sort of event.
Yeah.
I was there.
Of course you were there, JD.
Yeah, I went as Superman.
Oh, you dressed up?
Show us your best pose.
Well, you'll see it. You will see it. I have many poses.
Did you dress up as well?
I did. I went as Wonder Woman.
Oh, cool. All right.
Wonderful time as Wonderful Woman.
It's Wonderful Woman, yeah.
So let's check out Wonder Woman and Superman at Comic-Con.
Well, here we are at Comic-Con Melbourne 2012, so the very first one that we've had here in Melbourne. And I actually feel like a superhero just sitting in this chair.
Yeah, so do I. I'm actually really overwhelmed by how many people have come today, how many people have come in character. It's like a sold-out event. There's people that are lining up to get in and they can't get in. So, and the effort that's gone into the costumes, amazing.
Oh, how much effort. And I mean, there's people from all facets of life and everyone's really happy to be here. It's just a really pleasant experience. So why don't we go around and see who we can actually speak to and get on board today.
Unless you and I go in and have a taste of brandy.
Okay, so I'm here with the Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts, have you got anything to say for yourself today?
I'm having a very good time here, but I haven't got enough minions to carry my bags.
Right, and what happens if they don't carry your bags or adhere to your orders?
I will chop off their heads.
He was hanging off the ceiling just a little bit earlier. Beast, how are you?
I'm not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. So how are you finding Comic-Con in Australia?
Absolutely loving it. I'm thinking
Absolutely
it's about
loving it?
time I got down here.
So, why Melbourne?
I like it here.
Oh, he likes it here. What about you, Mr. Jack Sparrow? Where's Elizabeth Swan?
Don't care.
You don't care?
Not at all.
Not at all?
She burned all the food to shade the rum.
Unless you and I go in and have a taste of brandy.
So we're here today with Colin from Silver K Gallery. Tell us why you're here at Comic-Con today.
Well, why wouldn't you be at Comic-Con? I think the whole of Melbourne's here. It's been amazing. We have the most amazing collection of Stan Lee's Marvel material, and we're very fortunate to have the licensee here in Australia. All these wonderful people are coming through, and every character you can think of is on the walls here, and of course Stan's been signing, and the people have just been going mad.
Yeah. Do you want to take us through your most popular pieces? Who would you say your most popular character is or has been over Comic-Con?
Well, obviously Spider-Man, which was the character which is Stan's most associated with. Spider-Man's been huge. Wolverine's very popular.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman,
Now,
you can't go wrong
she's
with
not a
Wonder
Marvel
Woman.
girl, but she is a superhero girl.
I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw
she's
it.
there,
She's
isn't
right
she?
there. Yeah.
We've got to throw DC Comics in. She told me to say that.
She did, yeah.
Make a bit of it.
She's got to spread her word around there.
But Wonder Woman is a huge character amongst the collectors, and of course Batman and Superman and all those wonderful characters.
Here I am, and yes, I am wearing a helmet that looks like Iron Man. It's not complete because apparently Stan Lee signed the other half of it.
That's correct.
But I'm here with Anthony and Poe.
Yeah.
Hello. From Find Your Collectibles. Tell us, guys, what do you guys do?
We custom make any kind of costume or mascot costume or helmets, whatever you like. We custom make them to order. So you can check us out online and then put an order through us. We'll come, measure up your face, measure up your body, and custom make anything you want. The only limit is your imagination.
So this is the guy that makes all the costumes. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So how did this come about?
Too much free time.
Too much free time.
Honestly, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
But you're obviously making a fair bit of money out of it now.
Soon to be, hopefully.
Soon to be, hopefully. So this has just started off, has it?
Yeah,
Spiraling out of control, actually.
That's good.
Unless you and I go in and have a taste of brandy.
I'm here today with The Thing.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Ben Grimm, and me and 3 other guys went up into space and basically got hit by cosmic rays.
Right.
This is the result.
Right. So where's the rest of your crew?
Well, Stretcho sent me down here by myself.
So you're repping on your own today?
Yeah, pretty much. I can handle it.
What have you dressed up as today?
We're characters from Dragon Age 2.
Dragon Age 2. So the game.
Yeah.
Okay, and tell us a bit more about your characters today. So your character is?
My character is Anders, and this is Hawk, and we're like the mages of the game. So we're like all about magic, and this one here is an elf, who's a soldier, and
Yeah, look at the ears. Let's get a bit of a side
Have you got
profile.
them in your head today?
they're just clipped in.
Clipped in. How much did it?
Wow, what a day. Comic Con in Melbourne 2012.
It's blown my mind today, honestly. Seeing people in character, I've just been absolutely flabbergasted.
Speaking of character, I mean, you came dressed for the event.
Yeah.
I ended up getting into the spirit of things. I did find my glasses. I am now Clark Kent. But, I mean, everyone from all facets of life were here today, and the line outside, massive.
You guys looked amazing.
Why, thank you.
So did everyone else too.
Yeah, we did. I actually felt a little bit underdressed compared to everybody else, but that's okay. I don't know if you guys know, but cosplay is huge as well in Melbourne. Pretty much, cosplay is when people dress up as their comic heroes or animation heroes.
I did not know that.
Like
I didn't know
us,
that was
like
the term.
us. Yeah,
So you
yeah, that's the
cosplay.
term. Yeah.
It's an enigma. It's a phenomenon.
It is, and let me tell you, I'm glad I wore the Superman outfit because the girls...
He was getting the lady.
Oh, yeah. And let me tell you, she said she was overdressed or underdressed. I think they were underdressed. But, man, I'm glad they were underdressed.
Oh, well, it looks like you guys had a wonderful time.
We did.
Time than I did,
Yeah,
obviously.
you should see the photo collection I have.
Oh, yay, bring it in.
Oh, I will. It'll be on the website for sure.
Cool, that's exciting.
Excellent.
All right, well, we're going to jump to a break, and when we'll be back, we'll have more for you. Welcome back from the break. I'm now joined with Chris and still with JD, but we are going to go and have a look at the Australian Burlesque show. That's exciting.
It's pretty exciting.
I actually didn't realise how big a subculture burlesque is. I can't even say the word. I'm so sorry to all the burlesque dancers out there. But how big a culture it is in Melbourne.
It's massive. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know either, but I tell you what, I'll be going to a lot more burlesque gigs. I mean, the movie doesn't do it any justice. You go to a live gig, whoa.
Can I tag along too?
Yes, you can.
can.
Everyone can come.
You might be a
Burlesque
third
for
world.
all.
Yay!
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Have a little following down the street.
Of course. Get a line.
All right, well, let's check out the Australian Burlesque show.
We are at a burlesque show tonight, so I thought I'd dress up, a bit of pin-up and striptease and hot girls. It's the Australian Burlesque Festival show, The Big T's.
And we're going to be talking to someone who's been around on this scene for a long time, Dolores Daiquiri.
Dolores Daiquiri, she's a burlesque dancer. She's a pioneer of the burlesque revival in Australia.
She's done it all. She's been to Paris, to London, all over Australia.
She's producer, director, mentor, teacher. She's
Everything.
So let's go and have a chat to her, yeah?
Let's do it.
Let's go. We are here for some burlesque with the lovely Dolores Daiquiri. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me. Well, we're really excited to know a little bit about what burlesque is all about.
Yeah, well, when I started 12 years ago, there wasn't actually that many people doing burlesque.
Right.
There was a few girls. There was one girl in Brisbane, another girl in Sydney, and then there was myself and 5 other girls because I formed a troupe, and we were the only ones doing it in Melbourne at the time. And I'd been to the States, and I saw there was a huge revival, and I thought, you know what, I love pin-up. I always loved striptease.
Who doesn't love pin-up?
Who doesn't love pin-up? Well, my husband and myself collects girly magazines from the 1940s and 50s, pin-up magazines, and I always used to flick through them, and you'd see all these striptease artists. So, and I loved it. I've loved it since I was 15.
Dolores, what I saw was that you're not only a burlesque dancer, but also a producer, director, teacher, mentor, extraordinary woman, and you have a day job as well.
And I have a day job as well.
And you have a day job as well. How do you manage it all? What's the secret?
It's difficult. You have to have really good time management skills. Because I produce the Australian Burlesque Festival, which is in its 3rd year, and I have a business partner, Rosie Rabbit, who's going to be here tonight. She's also
Rosie Rabbit,
and she's also a really good burlesque performer as well. And I don't know, you just have to do it. You just have to work it out. But I absolutely love it. I thrive on it. But again, good time management. You've got to have a really good team around you as well.
Good support.
Really good support. And so I produce a lot of little shows as well. Because I think for me, performing's fantastic, but I really love being behind the scenes as well. So I like to know, you know, how to kind of do everything that's relating to a show.
And do you find that the fashion or the makeup techniques or even the hairstyles have evolved and changed over time? Because obviously, as we said, you know, it's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time.
Do you think that it's retained that type of theme?
Yeah, I think if you look back, a lot of modern girls, they take their influence from the bygone days, and I'm particularly entrenched in 1940s and 50s vintage aesthetic. That's what I like. A lot of girls put a modern twist on it, but if you look at burlesque at the moment, a lot of the influences are very much pin-up, very much a vintage aesthetic, but even some girls are really entrenched in 1920s, even earlier, or they have their own flavour added to it. But a lot of burlesque has got a lot of glamour involved.
What I want to know is who comes up with the names. The names are always so amazing.
I
saw there's
where did Daiquiri come from?
Well, my name comes from, I always loved the name Dolores. I've always loved it. Like if I ever had children, I just love the name Dolores. Maybe not now because it is a striptease name for me.
Might be a bit weird telling
Might be a bit weird.
Your kids are going to brush their teeth.
Yeah, Dolores, you know, and it's my stage name. But I loved cocktail culture as well from the 1950s, and I loved daiquiris.
There you go.
So I went Dolores, daiquiri,
2 Ds.
came together,
Double D.
It is interesting, double D. It is really interesting how girls come up with their names. You know what usually who they're influenced by. But a lot of girls will do Google searches and they'll people come up with something.
Tonight's about the ones that can do it, though, isn't it? And apparently it's a contest between the boys. It's a boys and girls.
Very relaxed contest. Hence the Venus versus Mars thing tonight. So look, we're not taking it seriously, but we're going to have a bit of a joke,
It'll be fun anyway.
Yeah, it'll be a bit of fun. So, but tonight we're all doing a solo and then we're doing group acts after, so it'll be fun.
Cool. Battle of the Sexes. It's always fun.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Dolores Daiquiri.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good luck, or chookers, or what do they say in burlesque?
Pop a paste, don't pop a pasty.
Don't pop a pasty.
Do not pop a pasty.
How's that?
Pop a pasty so you don't actually pop a pasty, which I have done a few times.
Well, that was pretty spectacular. I don't know what I enjoyed more. The dancing.
The music, the costumes.
The makeup, it was just incredible.
I didn't know guys could dance like that either.
I definitely didn't think guys could move like that. And Dolores, my God, she was just so full of energy.
Yeah, and just an amazing ambassador for burlesque. She's got a day job and she's just such an inspiration for everyone.
I'm
really
inspired.
Great.
I want to go dance.
Yeah, let's go dancing.
We
hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We'll see you later.
Yeah, I'd actually like to go and watch it again if that's possible.
Of course you would.
It's fantastic though going and seeing shows like that. I mean, of course, who doesn't love to see women half naked dancing?
And again, slap. But I'm sure you two have a little dance up your sleeve for a bit of burlesque.
We always have a dance up our sleeves.
Yes, they do.
I actually have a girlfriend, and so JD doesn't. So they taught JD a bit of a dance.
Can you two do it together?
I love how I always get the dance moves.
But you do. You're an amazing dancer. I'd like to see the two of you do a burlesque dance together.
Maybe we could put it on the website.
No.
Because we might have to practice. Right now?
Come on, guys. Quick. Up.
Oh, you want us to dance right now?
All right, okay. Here it is. I get up.
Come on,
Come on.
Come on.
Dance with me.
Dance with you.
Yeah, dance with me.
Okay, quickly. I want to see it. Not around me. I'm just going to face this way and just ignore. You know what?
Hey, you wanted to dance.
What are you doing? Okay, all right. We're going to cut to a break. This is too much. We'll see you after the break. welcome back. Now we're going to have a conversation with JD about vintage shoes.
Yes, I've just been sitting here admiring my shoes, just thinking about it. They're quite nice, you know.
They are quite lovely. And the
Nice.
reason we're talking about
Nice
vintage shoes is because we have gone
Of,
and visited
of course,
Leigh.
of course. Sorry, I got a bit sidetracked
all that,
there.
your shoes.
They're good shoes, but I mean,
Need a bit of polish, JD.
they do need a bit of polish, but
Well, let's have a chat to Joe, who went to visit Leigh from December Forever.
Hi guys, I'm here with Leigh, Melbourne-born and bred designer of the brand of shoes December Forever. Thank you very much for coming to talk to us today.
Not a problem.
So tell me about your brand.
Okay, the brand of shoes December Forever, it's kind of, it's related around vintage style shoes, but I guess for a modern era. So for all the kids out there who enjoy vintage style shoes, never got a chance to wear them while they were out in their original era, have kind of gotten that opportunity to be able to get themselves involved in it now. You know, I mean, the world of fashion has kind of allowed that for a lot of people. So a lot of things are getting revamped and reintroduced, and I thought I'd, you know, help out in the shoe department.
That's fantastic. So what do you see the role that shoes play in making an outfit and style?
Oh, shoes are definitely like the #1 feature on any outfit. I mean, you can be immaculately dressed from top to bottom, but then you look at a person's shoes, and if they got the wrong pair of shoes on, it just throws it completely out of whack. I mean, you know, suit and thongs, I don't think it works well.
So how do you feel when you see people wearing shoes that are vintage but actually not? You know, do you know what I mean? You can see that you get your Ruby kind of trying to pull off the chain stores trying to pull off the...
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of difficult. I mean, look, one thing I've learned is no matter what's created out there, it's always going to get mass produced. Another bigger brand is always going to pick it up, put their own little spin on it, and kind of turn it into a mass production product. I don't know, I think it was just about recreating, well, it all kind of started with me buying a pair of shoes, because I enjoy a lot of vintage wear, and obviously with vintage wear you only get like one-off things.
Yeah.
So you get your favourites, you wear them to the ground, and then they're pretty much gone. So then you can't find it again. And I thought, well, you know, I'd love to be able to create my own shoe and design my own shoe. That way it'll always be accessible for me. And I guess that's kind of how I got into it. And I started designing shoes, and yeah, got the first sample back, the second sample, and yeah, it just kicked off from there.
How many pairs do you have?
Honestly, I think I've got about maybe 40 pairs of shoes.
Okay, that's okay.
That's okay?
I mean, for a guy, some people could say that's a lot, but like, I was expecting in the hundreds, to be honest.
Oh, well, look, I haven't actually sat down and counted them.
Okay.
But I think it's sitting roughly at around 40 pairs. But mind you, I probably only got my 10 pairs that I usually wear all the time. So, yeah, you can have like all these shoes, but you know, you've always got your favourites.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for talking to us today.
No,
and guys, make sure that you keep your feet neat with Shoes by December Forever. Thanks a lot.
So now we're going to go have a chat with Peter Mousaferiades, Australia's leading cross-cultural director. He is a fascinating man from what I've been told, with many stories. So let's go have a chat. Hi guys, I'm here with Peter Mousaferiades, Australia's leading cross-cultural director. Welcome to the show, Peter.
Welcome and hello.
It's very exciting. I love the space that you have here. Now, before we start, can you please tell me a little bit about this wall we have behind us?
Absolutely. The theme for this mural is Music of the Spheres, and Music of the Spheres was conceived by Pythagoras, and that's Pythagoras right up there. There's a gentleman up there. Most people know Pythagoras as a mathematician, but Pythagoras was actually a greater music theoretician than a mathematician.
I did not know that.
So he believed that every single planet had a tone which resonated with, and they say gifted children can actually hear those hums of the planets.
Wow. Now tell me, Peter, how did you become Australia's leading cross-cultural director?
Well, initially I trained as a conductor. Prior to studying as a conductor, I studied at the Victorian College of the Arts, and I also majored in religious studies at Club University. I always had a fascination with countries from all over the world, so I was constantly just reading about every single bizarre place, obscure place that no one knew about. I ended up going overseas. I was introduced to conducting, and all along I felt that my own heritage was being denied, and I wanted to do something to, I wanted to create an organisation which would not only just conserve all the fantastic cultures out there, but revitalise them. So I gradually started to move into creating presentations which would involve many different cultures coming together.
Conductor, composer, you've studied in religion, and then you moved on to creating various events because of all the different cultures that you were fascinated with.
Yeah, I started to develop enough understanding of all the nuances of all the different cultures. And Australia is such a diverse place, as we know, and there was an increasing demand in this city to start creating events which would include people from many different cultures. So I was starting to be called upon to create presentations, opening ceremonies, closing ceremonies, which would involve many different cultures. So the aim was, the challenge was to articulate a framework that was allowed to, that would allow for the many different expressions within the framework.
And so tell me about some of the events that you've managed and run.
Oh, but there's so many. Where do I begin
it's exciting.
to start? I've been producing the Australia Day concert for the last 9 years for the state government. 8 of those concerts have been in Federation Square, and this year we moved the event to the Sydney Myer Music Bowl. And every single year we have a different theme for our Australia Day concert. So we have strong themes that run through our events. The theme for this year's concert was What's in Your Suitcase? So we explore themes which explore the things that we have in common with each other. As human beings, we have more in common than what we have different. I worked on producing opening and closing ceremonies for major organisations such as the Parliament of World Religions. I produced events for the United Nations, welcome ceremonies, closing ceremonies, and the list goes on and on and on.
So tell me, the current event that you're working on over in WA, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, we're working on the Red Earth Arts Festival, and the Red Earth Arts Festival's been going for 2 years. This is the 3rd year, and we've just been contracted out to work on the festival for the next 3 years, and we've developed 3 different themes. Our theme for this year is Bringing the World to the Pilbara. Next year it's Flights of Fantasy, and then the 3rd year is looking into the future. So what we're doing there is we're running a 3-week program, and we're running a lot of different activities, including flagship events, where we're going to allow the community associations that we're working with and all of the community groups to take ownership of those events. And one of the events we've developed is called Voices and Lights, and that's going to be held at Hearson's Cove, and Hearson's Cove is the most magical place you'll ever go to. If you want to have a honeymoon, you go there.
Okay, I'm going to Hearson's Cove.
And what happens, 3 days of the month, when the full moon is about to come up out of the horizon, the water recedes and it goes out, literally goes out for kilometres. So you have these huge king tides, which are like 5 or 6 metres, and then you have these mud floods, and as the moon begins to come up out of the horizon, it creates this illusion of a staircase going up to the moon, and it's the most amazing thing. So we're actually building a stage there. We have the support of the Northwest Shelf Project, which is going to build a huge stage for us there, and the backdrop will be this beautiful moon.
Well, what an amazing man Peter was. Insightful, passionate, committed. It's no wonder he's Australia's leading cross-cultural director. Now guys, make sure you jump online, www.mediastrikes.com, and have a look at more of our stories that we have on there. Until next week, we'll see you then.